Hi, my name is Josiah Vane. I am making a video for documentation, really. I have been relentlessly attacked spiritually, for I don't know how long. I just started noticing it in 2024. I believe it started off with chaos at my job, a job that I did love. I worked with children with autism. I was an RBT, a registered behavior technician, and so you work with different clients, and you fulfill the treatment plans for each specific client. It's a good job, it really is. And anyway, it started off with chaos at work and being gossiped about to chaotic moments with clients and all kinds of things like that. So there's that. And then also several instances where God saved me from car accidents, specific to car accidents. There was a few moments where I could have been out of here, as in out of this, gone from this earth, as in transitioning to the afterlife. And I guess it wasn't my time because it didn't happen. But I recognize those as spiritual attacks. And then as I look back and I look at the similarities. So for example, there was one time I was driving and there was some construction on the road. You know, those big orange barrels, construction barrels on the road. Well, I was driving in the lane, and so they had one lane cut off. So it's like a quicker transition from the ramp to the highway, right? And so it was going fine, though. I was in the very first lane that was open. But then out of nowhere, in the middle of that lane was an orange concrete construction barrel. And, you know, I tried to do a quick turn, make a, to the left, like go into the left lane, but it was not clear. So I had no choice but to hit that thing full on. And I didn't even think it would have as much of an impact as it did because it was plastic, but it messed up the bumper of my car, And I even filed a complaint, right? Because, but due to, I'm sure, more insidious behavior or more secretive and shady behavior with government officials and government workers, I was not approved. Yeah. So anyway, but that happened, and all glory to God, it wasn't just my bumper that was damaged, right? And then there's another, this was actually in 2023, but I didn't think back to it as a spiritual attack until 2 and 2 came together, 2 plus 2 equal 4 in 2024. And that's when I realized I'm being attacked, I was visiting, at the time I was still gung-ho about staying with my ex. And so it was Christmas. We're doing Christmas weekend visitation. And so I was driving my aunt's car. And she has an Acura. And for Christmas Day, I wanted it just to be me and the girls to visit him. And so, and I've spoken about this before in my other videos, but there was this moment where, you can see the beautiful wallpaper. Yeah, but there's this moment where, like out of nowhere, I made a wrong turn. I turned into the wrong way onto the highway instead of turning onto the street to get off the highway. I went onto the other side of the highway, which is the wrong way for me. And at the same time as I did, instantaneously, a car was coming correctly at the same time as I was going incorrectly, like that. There is no rhyme or reason. There's no scientific explanation for why there was no impact. God saved me. It was not my time still. And my daughters are safe. We were all safe. And I remember the reaction of my family as I came back. We had rented out a R&B, a B&B, BRB. What is it called? An Airbnb. Thank you, an Airbnb. Yeah, so we rented out a home, someone's home. It was a nice place. Small, but it was nice. So we rented out a home, and I remember the reaction was quite suspicious. Their reaction was surprised that it was like they were agitated, right? Especially my aunt, Veronica. She was like agitated. She was like agitated. And she had mentioned that I left the car door open. And I didn't know that her car was able to alert her to something like that, but it was weird. Like, oh, just be careful because you left the car door open. And I was like, you're giving yourself away. And then I didn't know it went this deep as to give me weird products, but she had given me gifts. And they were already open gifts. It was some massage oil and some hair cream that were already opened. And the way she gave it to me, it wasn't like, here you go. It was like, here. Like, kind of like hostile energy. If I'm reading the energy, it was hostile. So that was another instance that I equated to being spiritually attacked. And also, I had this overwhelming amount of sleepiness come over me as I'd be driving the car. But I'm not going to allow that to harm my children, right? So, downstairs.
I can't find her.
They're downstairs, baby.
I can't find her.
Okay, hold on. Shh. So, anyway. So, that, so today, another instance happened where I'm driving and I went to the gas station to get a little gas. I was on the way to drop my daughter off for kindergarten. And as I'm driving out of the gas station, like there's a light there, so there's a brief stop because it was a briefly red light. And then it became no, that didn't happen. Sorry. So as I'm driving out from the gas station, it was green actually. So I was driving from there. I think there was a brief pause actually. So it just had turned green. So as I was going through the light, out of nowhere, I didn't hear a siren. I didn't hear, the honk, 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 till it was literally right there, a fire truck. And I just missed it. I believe that was another spiritual attack meant to take me out. And, it's like people really must hate my guts. For what? For staying, I don't know. For speaking my truth. I haven't even spoken all of the truth, believe it or not. And it's through my day off. I would be lying if I said, oh yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go dance. Dance therapy. No. My day is thrown off for sure. I will recover. And I'm so grateful. That's nothing. I'm grateful that God is watching over me and my children. I believe I'm being threatened as well because there was a gun shooting right outside of my daughter's school just yesterday. And I'm not afraid. If people are trying to make me afraid, I'm not. I want to keep speaking my truth, and also not just my truth, but I want to keep being myself. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing because God has blessed my life. God has blessed me to put me in a mental space to be able to recover from every and anything, and to do it with integrity, to do it with having a good heart still, and not wanting to inflict harm on other people. And I guess I'm just sharing this because I guess people may think I don't notice or this. No, I'm just going about my day. But today, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for life. I'm thankful for life. God protected me and my daughters. And I'm grateful. There's nothing, there was nothing in this world that would justify someone trying to kill someone, wanting someone dead like this. Nothing that I've done that would justify these kinds of attacks, even involving my children. But I'm grateful. And I pray I will fulfill all of God's purpose, that for the reasons why He incarnated me here, in this lifetime, on this earth, for such a time as this. I know I will fulfill it. And I pray that if you feel like you're being spiritually attacked, definitely find some methods of healing. For me, I do gardening, I listen to music, I dance to my music, I do poetry, I even watch TV, I do have children that can be stressful at times, but also they're my motivation. And also there's times where they just bring me laughter and joy, and it's just like, you guys are so silly, I do wish I had pets, but because of my living situation, I'm not able to have pets right now. The first pet I would get, that would be guinea pigs. I grew up with some guinea pigs. They're so cute. They do pee and poop, everywhere, but I've heard you can potty train them. I've heard you can almost train them to just poop in one corner kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know about that, but it would be worth a try for sure. But yeah, so different things people read, I like to go out in nature as much as I can because it's just so healing for me. Hearing the sounds of nature, hearing the birds. Now, nature has visited me as well. I am very grateful for that. There's so many birds where I live in the ghetto. I live in the ghetto. But even so, there's so many birds that visit. I'll leave bread out for them sometimes. I love that. What else? Yeah, and I try and stay active. I've been struggling with that active part because I'm a bit tired or fatigued a bit more than usual. But I'm trying to get myself back on the schedule of going to bed earlier so that I can wake up earlier, right? So yeah, so we're working on some things, right? Life is a work in progress. But I just want to go in here and say, what's getting me through it is my faith in Jesus, honestly, and knowing that He's protected me is humbling because it's who am I? But also it's like he's my real father. I may not have family that cares about me, but I do have a Heavenly Father that cares about me. And it feels really good to know that I mean something to Him. And He cares about you too. And He cares about you too. And you are not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. He will go before me. He will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. He will go before me, and He will never leave me. Yeah, so that's the song in my heart today. I am not alone. No matter what it looks like, all my friends could abandon me, all my family could outcast me and spread lies and rumors about me. My job make it really uncomfortable and toxic for me to work there, but I'm not alone, and neither are you. God bless.